Looks like we're really live now. Sorry, that took me a minute to make sure it was up. Everything was good. Feeling really good about all of that. So, anyways, welcome. Please say hi if you're here. I know that some people have been waiting. Things are getting a little interesting. So, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get here. Today, for my drink, we're just going to have some Diet Coke in a can. Nothing fancy today. No fancy mix-ins, no big fancy cup. We're just going simple today. That's kind of the state of my life at this moment. So that's just where I'm at. So hello, hello. I'm so excited to see everybody. It's been a really rough week, as some of you know. So I'm really just glad to have people here. So hello. And yeah, I'm just really excited to kind of spend some time zeroing in, focusing in on 25 days of manga. It's going to be good. Coffee, very yum. It's too bitter for me. It doesn't matter how much sweet stuff I put in coffee, I can't do it. I just I don't do bitter very well at all. Like, there are certain vegetables that I really hate because they're so bitter and things like that. It's just my palate doesn't get along with them. It's almost like painful when it's that bitter. So yeah, like coffee's just not my thing. Hey Justy, saw you over on the quarantine stream just a moment ago. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So I guess I should tell you guys what I'm reading today, shouldn't I? Hi, Carrie. Or Kari. I'm not sure how you say that. Carrie can be spelled so many ways, and so can Kari, so I don't know. I do my best with names, guys. Yeah, you seem to be. Hi, Julie. So, today for reading, I'm going to be working on finishing up Maid Sama today. So, I have this omnibus and this omnibus. So, I would love to get at least this one done while I'm on this stream, but I will most likely still read this afterwards if I don't get it started while this stream is going. So, hi, Maria. Hi, Whitney. Hello. I'm so excited to see so many people here. It makes my heart really happy. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I love that you loved An Incurable Case of Love so much. That makes my heart very happy. Yeah, so volume 6 comes out in January, and then volume 7 should be out in March. So it'll be early in the year, so you should be okay because it is complete in Japan. So Viz won't slow down their publish schedule, which is pretty much every other month or every third month. So it shouldn't be too long. But I know we're getting a new one in January. Yes, Maid Sama. I've never finished the manga. I've watched the anime tons of times, but I've never actually finished it. So now that I own these omnibuses, I'm finally going to get around to finishing it, and I'm really genuinely excited. So typically when I do these, when I'm doing them with other people, we like set up sprint times where we like turn off our mics and stuff. But when it's just me, I just kind of like to let things flow. So I'm just going to dive in. What are you guys reading? Tell me what you're reading, because I definitely want to know what everybody's reading. Let's see here. But now I have to wait. I'm probably going to get up. There you go. That's not as bad as some weights that I've got. Like, I've got the weights for like Requiem of the Rose King. Pretty soon the Yona publish is going to slow down because we're catching up with Japan pretty quick, and some things like that. So like, there are ones where we have to wait longer than we do for An Incurable Case of Love. So I guess that's why that particular one doesn't bother me as much, because like I'm not going to see another volume of Requiem of the Rose King till next summer, and I'm like super sad about it. But yeah. Let's see. There you go. Glad you're enjoying it. Hello. That's great. As long as you use it as some sort of productivity, even if you're not reading for 25 days of manga as I hold the volume backwards because I'm tired and that's what's going on. I really need to do a reread of Yona here soon because man, it just keeps getting better. I love it so much. That's great. Yeah. My heart is so happy knowing that you're trying two of my favorites. I mean, Snow White with the red hair is right here, and then Sweat and Soap is like just barely behind me. There we go. All right, so let's dive in and get some reading, and I'll check up and check the comments and stuff. So if you have questions for me, feel free to ask them. I will answer as best I can, whether it's about what I'm reading or just in general. And I'm due for a reread of Oron too. It's been a minute. Ooh, I definitely want to know all the things. And it's good. Glad you're having a good day, Justy. You just got to learn to balance reading both. I work on that all the time. I completely agree. I love Yona so much. That is definitely one of the more emotional volumes of Yona. I don't want to say too much about it, obviously, for spoilery reasons, but it's a really nice volume to get to know Zeno more. I can say that much, but it helps you understand why Zeno is Zeno. You know what I mean? We all agree on this. So I'm just gonna show this panel. Like Usui is dressed. He's a choice hero, that's for sure, and he's definitely not gonna be for everybody. But man, the way he can pull her in is just really interesting to me. And I just always have a good time when I read Maid Sama, and I always forget that until I like jump back into it, you know? This is a fun little bonus panel where they made a maid latte karuta. It's really cute. I really like it. Hey, Melissa. We're just reading. I'm reading some Maid Sama. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It makes me almost want to go back and start at the beginning and read it all once I finish. So I think I'm gonna pull this one into my like rereads, like my manga rereads for next year. I think that's gonna be really fun. The anime only covers about half of the story. So all of this is new content to me. So it's really a lot of fun. I really enjoy the latter half, but I could understand why somebody doesn't. It's very Usui centered, and so you get to know a lot more about him. And so I honestly like I could understand why some people don't like it. It does fall into some tropes that are a little tired, but were really fun at the time, but I still really, really enjoy it. I have certain Christmas books that I tend to reread every year. I don't really talk about them on my channel because I've talked about them before, but I always reread A Christmas Carol and Jacob, I believe it's called Jacob Marley, at Christmas time. And I always reread Two from Galilee as well. It's by Marjorie Holmes. It's a take on Mary and Joseph's love story. It's actually really sweet. Other than that, like my comfort go to reread is Austin Land by Shannon Hale. I just find that book so adorable and so charming. And then I don't really comfort reread manga at this point. I think I will eventually. But my comfort anime for 2020 has been Haikyuu, but I've talked about that endlessly. So it does move around some of the manga chapters to flow better. I agree with that. I was really confused. I'm like, I think I've reached the end. And then I'm like, oh, but this was in the anime. So it was just in a different spot. So, like, yeah, it definitely works better, like flow wise for the anime that way. But reading it is still a really fun experience. So I do recommend reading it as well if you can get your hands on the volumes. Um, it would depend on the person, really. Typically, when I'm recommending a new manga or somebody who's new to manga to start, I usually ask them things like, are there books or TV shows that you really like? And I try to recommend something within that realm. So I don't really have like blanket recommendations. The only one that I really recommend to everybody is Full Metal Alchemist. It's just kind of a rite of passage to me because it's really good, it's really well done, and it's funny as well as poignant. It just kind of covers all the bases. There's a little bit of romance for people who need romance and some things like that. So I really enjoy that. So from that, I tend to get a little more specific depending on the person. So yeah, I don't have like a beginner's guide to manga kind of thing because I don't think like that. I try to cater it to the person so they get the best experience out of trying manga as they can. I'm always happy to give recommendations. Um, I would just need more details if that makes sense. It's a really good one as well. I have read the first like 5 or 6 volumes of Chihaya Furu, and I'm going to continue to read it. I'm really loving it. I highly recommend the series if you haven't tried it. It's a very unique series for sure. Fruits Basket is good. I've reread that one, I think, twice now. And then I love the new anime. I love everything they're doing with it. Having the mangaka directly involved really helps flesh out the story. It was really good. It's not really a silent stream. I'm reading, and it's a read with me stream. So I kind of pop in and answer questions as they pop up. And otherwise, I'm sitting here reading. I'm happy to tell you about Maid Sama if you don't know anything about Maid Sama, but it's a series I really enjoy. So that's kind of what's going on. It can also be used as like a productivity stream or anything like that. I'm in the middle of hosting like a month-long readathon. So this is just kind of part of that. It's a really fun time. It's kind of my video for today kind of a thing because I'm doing the 25 days of manga. So it's kind of a vlogmas kind of thing where I do 25 videos in 25 days. And this is today's video. Happy to explain. I've watched Black Clover and I actually really enjoy the anime. After the first season, it's not nearly as bad as everybody makes it out to be. But yeah, I really enjoy the story. I think it's a really great kind of twist on a hero's journey and a battle shonen in general. So yeah, if you're looking for something a little different than the standard, Black Clover is good. It kind of takes all of the shonen tropes and makes fun of them in the middle of its story. Like it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. We all love Captain Yami. Captain Yami is yummy. That's how it works. What? Yes, Captain Yami is yummy. I know I've said this to you before. He is yummy. Yami is yummy. That's how this works. That's my peanut gallery of a husband, by the way. He won't really come on screen very often, but he always likes to pop up in the background when. Ah, that is not ridiculous. Yummy is yummy. No. No, I don't. I love you, but no.
You deal with your thing.
Welcome to living in my house. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun to see you. And I'm not the only one who thinks he's yummy. Hello, how are you today? I'm doing well, and I'm reading Maid Saw. Anything else to say, Peanut Gallery?
I always figured you were more of a luck girl.
I like Luck, but he's a little too chaotic for me.
Well, if you just give him a little riddling, I bet no, no
No.
riddling.
Yami's more my speed. I like him tall and broody. I married tall and broody.
You need to play some Final Fantasy VII if you want tall and broody.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Cloud.
Oh, yeah, I've
He's the
heard.
ultimate
I've heard I
personification of
would
broody.
probably like Cloud. I have heard that. I never said I didn't like Yuno. No, but Yami's a man. And I prefer men over boys for obvious reasons. Because you're a man, you have the hair on your chest to prove it. No, I don't need a lock of your chest hair. He's a dork, but I love him. He's adorkable. Oh, I always laugh. Usui has really like pervy moments where he asks inappropriate questions, and we just came across one of those, and it just made me giggle. So, how's everybody doing on their whatever they're working on? I am about 100-ish pages into Maid Sama, like quarter of the way through. Favorite Black Clover ship? It's probably Yami and Charlotte. Like, I really want that to be a thing so very much. Um, her incessant blushing at her time with Yami is insane, and I love it. Yeah, Charmy and Yuno, I ship them. I ship them a lot. And then I really like Gordon and Gray together as well. They're both just kind of quirky, and I love them together. It's a lot of fun. I'm so glad you love Shirayuki. She's a really fantastic character. I really love her character arc as well. She continues to grow throughout the story. So does Zen. Like they both grow so much over the period of the series so far. Like I'm really enjoying their dynamic a lot. Yes, I love them a lot. That sounds like a lot of fun. And it sounds like it could become a hot mess later. And I kind of like series that turn into a hot mess later. I don't know. But, anyways, that just sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait to hear more. I could see it. I've never really thought about that one very hard, but I could see it for sure. It's so true. Like, no argument there. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me? I wish I could tell you what just happened. It would be a huge spoiler, so I can't. But those of you who've read the series probably know, and I'm freaking out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna see how this plays out. Oh wow, I love 2000s shoujo fashion, so I'm definitely gonna have to look into this one. I really love Haikyuu. So I would say Haikyuu, and I watched Black Clover. I haven't read it though, so I don't know what the reading experience of Black Clover would be like. But reading Haikyuu was fun. Watching Haikyuu is fun. Haikyuu is just fun. Yeah, I'm not reading it out loud because it's manga and it's a visual format. So it still wouldn't be the same experience. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm glad I'm getting some done as well because it's been really hard to focus lately. So I'm really glad for the opportunity of this stream to do that. In what? I didn't follow that line of questioning. Sorry. Please correct me. Please tell me. Oh, I've never read it or watched it, so I couldn't answer for you. So I'm officially halfway through. I've read the whole first volume of Maid Sama. So it was volume 15 that I read. I'm still really loving it. And this volume packed a wallop for sure in a good way. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in volume 16. How's everybody else doing? We've been going for a while now. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. And I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. That's great. I'm going to keep going for a while, so that's good. They really are. They're really wordy. Because I did try reading One Piece, and I'm like, man, these are really bogged down by the text. So, yeah, they're pretty dense. It's true. He's confused about the laundry basket on the thing. Hi, Light Song. Hi. Sorry, it's my little tabby cat. He doesn't love to be held, so he won't probably pop up here on stream. I'd be surprised if he did. But if you hear little jingles or little meows, it's my two cats. So yes, can I help you? How can I help you? You got to come over here then.
Mm.
Hi. Sorry about that interruption. That's just my husband sometimes.
You need more.
I'm good for a minute. Are you okay? Okay.
You need more.
I know that. I love you. Yeah, you know, only one can pack a wallop if you're not prepared for it. The series just keeps getting better and better with each volume, so Hello. Hi, Ashley. How are you? Yes, keep going with the Yona. We love to see it. Hello, how are you today? Oh, I kind of expected this part of the story to happen. I'm being super vague because we're like 16 volumes into a series, by the way. Um, just it's been leading up to this for quite a while. I just didn't expect it to happen here. I expected it to happen in this volume. So I'm surprised it's happening as early as it is. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. so glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been loving it. It's so fun. I'm so glad that I have this in my collection. My heart is very happy to know that you're currently reading Sweat and Soap. You have no idea. I want everybody to read it because I love it so much. That's great. Yes, I recommend keep going because the anime only covers like the first half of this series, and the second half has been really enjoyable too. Very nice. That's great. I'm excited for you. Another light song visit. Yes, sir. It's such a cute series and it's nice and short. So if you don't like a long commitment, it's a great series. The biggest one right now is Practice Makes Perfect. It's about two virgin adults experiencing and practicing romantic love together. It's really interesting. I really loved the first volume, so I would recommend checking that one out. Another one would be Chihaya Furu. It's crazy long though, so if you don't want the long commitment, go with Practice Makes Perfect because that will only be 4 volumes. I've read My Boyfriend in Orange and Ran the Peerless Beauty. I haven't read A Sign of Affection because it's going to be publishing physically next year. So I opted to wait on that one. Hey, girl, hey. I'm glad you're excited. I have not heard of that one. I hope it's good. I'm glad to hear it. All right, so I just finished volume 16. So I finished the entire omnibus of Maid Sama, this one. I've got one more to go, but I do think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I'm still really enjoying this. It took a slightly different turn at the very end of this that I wasn't expecting, so I'm definitely going to continue on with the next omnibus today. But yes, I just wanted to wrap this up and thank you all for coming to join me in reading. I hope you got some reading in too, or if you're watching this back later, that you got reading in or you were productive or whatever you needed to be. So I love you all. I hope you're enjoying 25 days of manga, and I will see you guys tomorrow.